A man who struggles with anxiety tries to get home to visit his mother. Beau is afraid, and I would be afraid too if I lived like Beau lives and had a mother like Beau has. This movie is hard to classify, and it is the definition of a movie that is not for everyone. Wikipedia classifies it as a surrealist tragicomedy horror film, and that's pretty fitting. Beau is Afraid is also 3 hours long, but it's broken up into 4 pretty distinct sections. While all 4 were good, I thought the first section was really great, and if the entire movie had kept up that momentum, it probably would be my favorite movie of the year. As the audience, we really don't know what is real and what isn't, but we assume that we are witnessing things the way that Beau sees them and not the way that they really are. The first hour is so intense, and for the first time I feel like I understand how people with severe anxiety see the world. Beau's living conditions are less than ideal, and everyone around him seems hostile and terrifying. Are they really hostile and terrifying, or does it just seem like that they are? Now for me, there was a specific moment while Beau was trying to relax in the bathtub that made me jump out of my seat. My wife actually thought I was having a heart attack. That wasn't really a jump scare, but it made me jump. Ari Aster, the man who wrote and directed Beau is Afraid, is also the man responsible for Hereditary, which is in my opinion one of the most terrifying horror films of the century, and Midsommar, a bright and sunny movie about a cult that turned a lot of stomachs. Now I went into Beau is Afraid completely blind, only knowing that based on Ari Aster's previous 2 films, I was probably going to be disturbed. And even though it was the least disturbing of his movies, it was still full of WTF moments. Throughout the movie, a whole lot happens, and as I was watching, I never knew what was important and what wasn't. I also never really knew what was real and what wasn't, and I think that was kind of the point. We weren't really getting a big overarching theme full of symbolism that mirrors modern day society. It was more of a character study about a fictitious man, and we're seeing the world through his eyes, and I can guarantee you the way that Beau sees the world is not the way that you see the world. The story was always compelling, and the dialogue was surprisingly excellent. Conversation seemed real and natural, which I was not expecting from such a surreal movie. But probably my favorite aspect of the movie is all of the stuff in the background. Every surface is covered with graffiti and posters, many of which are hilarious and very R-rated. Every storefront has a weird and twisted name, every delivery van has a pun on the side, and even TV news stories are over the top and ridiculous. I had just as much fun looking in the background as I did watching Beau try to navigate through each day. And when Beau wakes up in a teenage girl's bedroom surrounded by fake boy band and K-pop posters, I assumed the entire movie was just fake TV shows and fake posters and fake names. But then, a few scenes later, we see inside another bedroom, and right there on the wall is a poster for one of my current favorite bands, Texas prog rock innovators Polyphia. That was an exciting surprise I did not expect to see in this movie. And Joaquin Phoenix sold his anxiety and paranoia so well. Now this isn't the type of movie to win prestigious awards, but much like Toni Collette deserved an Oscar for her performance in Aster's film Hereditary, Joaquin Phoenix deserves accolades for his performance here. He really holds the movie together, and I really felt his anxiety and paranoia. And when we finally meet his mother, we realize that there may be some nature involved, but it's mostly nurture that's made Beau the way that he is. Beau is Afraid takes the dreamlike feeling you get watching a David Lynch movie, and he mixes it with the thought-provoking absurdness that you get watching a Charlie Kaufman movie. But somehow Ari Aster is able to make a movie that is wholly original. Being inside a play, drinking a little paint, living on the most dangerous street in the world, praying before a meal, taking a relaxing bath, waking up in a teen girl's bedroom.